The Wynn, $230 rebuy, 15,000 starting stack with one optional $100, $7,500 add-on to be done anytime. I'm late regging. It's about 3:10. Late reg is open until 4:20. Blaze it. So we're going to come in for $330 with a 22,500 chip stack. Let's run it up to the final table. Deny all chops until it's very favorable for us. No trophies for this one, just about 10,000 or more for first. Let's get it. I love the Wynn. We have the Wynn. We have the Encore. And we have the newest Wynn Encore property. Nope, actually it's not. It is an imposter. Exact same design, very close by. And it's actually owned by a Asian conglomerate of casinos or something, Genting or Resorts World. And they're getting sued by the Wynn and being forced to redesign their building when it's almost halfway done. Nice try, Genting Group. Rebuy period is over. We're in for 330, going 2 more hours before dinner break. 400, 800. We have over 20 blinds. We know what to do with that. Evan from Philadelphia.
Yeah, this is, and when he comes back, I already took the add-on. How much was the buy? 230.
With blinds at 600, 1200, action folds to me on the button. I have Queen Jack offsuit, easy raise, make it 2500. Small blind calls and the big blind folds. Flop comes Jack 6-5 rainbow, and he leads out 3,300. No respect. I could raise here, but I think it's better just to play in position. So we put in the call. The turn is a beautiful card. It's a queen. He now slows down and checks. So I put him on like a weak jack, maybe a straight draw, this hoping to get a free river. But we're not going to do that. We're going to bet about a third of our stack, setting up a river jam for value. So I bet 5,500, and he puts in the call. The river's a 9. King 10 gets there, and more importantly, 7-8 gets there. He thinks about it for 30, 40 seconds and checks. Usually this means they don't want me to bet. They just want to get to cheap showdown. It's like a fakey reversal, like he was thinking about betting. But of course I'm going to shove all in for 13,400. Top 2 for value. If he got 7-8, congrats to him. He's got a lot of 1 pairs and 2 pair combos that he can call us with. He eventually folds and we take down a nice pot. He later tells us that he had a queen. Not sure what queens lead that flop and check call turn and check fold river, but you know, take it for what it's worth. And we now have almost 40,000 chips on them. Blinds at 1,000, 2,000. I get moved to a new table with a aggro European big stack on my left. That's my initial read. Folds to me in the hijack. I make it 4,000 with pocket kings. Love pocket kings. 43,000 chips in my stack. Cutoff, big stack Euro makes it 11,000. The small blind shoves all in for 31,000. Are we getting coolered? Does one of them have aces? There's only one way to find out. We're all in. 3-better eventually folds. Says he had ace queen. 31K all in has ace king. And here's the video.
Agree?
Thank you.
Come on, man.
I look around the table and there's a Brazilian chick with a nose ring, tattoos, wearing a unicorn onesie. Two to my left. On my direct left is a Russian male who every hand talks to and kisses a picture frame that's in his lap. Am I tripping? Has someone drugged me? Is this real? These should be players I want to play against, but it's just really freaking me out.
I'm freaking out, man. You are freaking out, man.
Where do they get these people? Is it Halloween? Is this an insane asylum? Or am I in America?
I was thinking about raising, but somehow you changed it.
The blinds at 1,500, 3,000, 3,000. Action folds to me in the hijack, and I have ace, queen, offsuit. Easy open to 7,000. Action folds to the button, who is a Brazilian woman, age 25 to 40, with tattoos, a nose ring, and is wearing a unicorn onesie. She says all in. She has me covered, about 90,000. What do you guys do? Call off ace queen, 25 blinds in this spot? Or do you fold, live to see another day? I'm putting her on something like ace queen plus. All pairs. We're not doing so great against that range, but sometimes you have to gamble. But not this time. We put in the fold and she doesn't show. Blinds at 2,000, 4,000. I have 54,000 under the gun with ace, jack offsuit. Pretty borderline, but sometimes you just got to go for it. People are going to be over folding a lot of mid pairs, maybe even ace queen. So we shove all in. Middle position calls it off. He has 60,000, and he has ace king. Let's hit a jack. Here's the video. Jacks left. There's one of them. Hearts. All right. And there's four limpers. We're in the big blind with 3-8 of spades. We check our option. 24K in the pot. Flop comes 10-4 deuce. 2 spades. Looks like a good spot to lead. Then the field, take it down. Maybe get some folds. Maybe hit a spade on the turn. So we bet 8,000. Elderly Caucasian male on the button puts in the call. We're heads up. The turn is a good one. It's a 5. We now have the flush draw and the open-ended straight draw and 80,000 chips. What's the best line here? We could check jam, but then we're only doing that to hope we fold out some of his value range, like if he was to bet a 10x. Or we can just lead. He might fold, he might call. The worst thing he can do is shove on us, but he really shouldn't do that. So I bet 25,000. He lines up a stack of 5Ks equaling 100,000, and he puts in the shove. A player immediately starts laughing at us. He can't help himself. This shit's funny to him. Turns out he's a viewer of the vlog. Shout out to you, sir. And we fold. We can't call it off with 8 high with the combo draw. Might be close, but hey, this is tournament poker. It's all about survival. We win some small pots, chip up, make some good reads, and we now have 133,000 going to 3,000, 6,000, 6,000 with 34 players remaining. Let's get to this final table. With blinds at 3,000, 6,000. I'm in middle position with pocket 8s and 170,000 chips. We're doing well. Raise it up to 13,000. Action folds to a big blind who is a chronic limper, probably a recreational of some sort. He puts in the call. The flop comes ace, 6 deuce. We want to bet for value here. He shouldn't have too many aces in his range, and we can get value from hands like 6x, deuce X, 3-4, 5-4, etc. He calls our 10K bet. The turn is a 4. He checks, and we're going to go for value again. Seems thin, but we're targeting all of his 6x and lower pair hands. And just in case he has an ace, if we check, he's not going to bet big and lead into us on the river. We bet 16,000, and he puts in the call. All right, plan is to check the river. River's a 4, seeming brick. But then he leads out 30,000. What's he leading with? 3-4, 5-4? An ace? Doesn't make much sense. The lead is pretty strong, but we're getting a pretty good price. Let's find out what he's got. I put in the call, and he shows King 4 offsuit. It's a good flop call, good turn call, and a great river. I'm glad you got rewarded, and we now have around 100,000 chips.
See ya. Good night.
The blinds go through us a few times. We're down to 46,000 under the gun, 3,000, 6,000 with the blinds going to 4-8 the very next hand. So we got to make a move. We look down at 10-9 offsuit, easy jam, middle position, asks for a count. And ISO raises to 100K. Hopefully he has ace king. I show my 10-9, we're heads up, and he has pocket aces. We're live. Flop comes queen 7-3, but it doesn't matter because the turn's a 7. We're drawing dead, and we're out in 27th place, 20 pay. It's 10 o'clock at night. Out $330. Thanks for playing. This is the harsh reality of tournaments. It's still the year of Boski. We're not going to let this one setback stop us from crushing 2019. Hit the like and subscribe button. I'm out. Maybe it's time to shave off this mustache.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.